tight.
It's okay. I mean, we're not usually late.
If we air at 11, we don't air at 11. Come in just right.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that? That's like a what? A reboot of the original? Yeah, yeah. It's like a concept, and then this concept.
She will be calling in you, Bob.
Who?
So we got the shot at the moment, we dropped that. Tagging them off there. Yeah, man, I heard back to it. But I'm sure they smile when they see that shit. Yeah, oh yeah.
Who you looking like?
Right? You put on the show. You.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Like, she can dance too?
yeah, you know that. What you doing? What you doing?
I know now.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta start getting into it because I was just at a point I really wasn't moving around, just like.
Right.
So nervous and
Then you
all
just
that.
dropped it like it was hot. And then you came back up.
At my last show I did the space. It was like, whoa.
Yeah. That was.
All right. So before we get started, if I can have y'all, he gonna be the first one, right?
Yeah.
Let me get up in a fisty shake. Your hand.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's up, man? Holy, man.
All right,
Nice to meet you,
bro.
man. Thanks for having me, man.
Nice
to meet you, song.
So you sing, brother?
Yeah.
You got vocals?
Somewhat.
I like them artists. Come on now. So how we gonna do it to keep it simple? Place you over here.
Okay.
We'll rotate the other people.
Okay.
That way we keep you guys in the light of
So
the
I'll be
camera.
right here.
Yep.
Okay.
You be right there.
So the artist will be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll rotate.
I didn't grab my.
Dead signs on the air. That's not good. All right, let's go back.
So the music, you got the music, right?
Did you give me? I don't know.
Then I just sent you the other email. Oh, his music not coming through. The
DJ
email that
Soul?
you sent me, yeah. That email you just sent me, it was nothing in the link, and I did double check. I did
So
have.
she'll be getting a caller in about
Bruh,
3 minutes.
You got your.
Did you see it at the Beacon? Let me just get up in there real quick.
Did you happen to send anything to Beacon, Gmail, or not just to me?
I just sent it to you.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't in my email.
What is on? Oh, I see what's on now. 3, 4.
SoundCloud? Oh, okay. Do that work?
Oh, you got that? All right.
That's probably why I didn't see it.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
I don't
okay,
see
okay.
it.
We have access to or slut? Here?
You know what? I'm
They all over.
The plug is way over there by his foot.
Yeah.
So you got a nice setup, man. This is the best setup and the best hospitality I've seen on all the states I've been. You know what I mean?
Thank you very
We ain't
much.
even started yet.
That's Nasha B doing what she do.
Okay, yeah, well. Shout out to
Nasha B.
Nasha B.
I gotta, gotta make sure our guest is comfortable and not thirsty or hungry. We don't want y'all.
This thing is called soul, right?
We don't want you to tell people.
So now let me ask you this question, brother. So you should have said this because the music we play like 90% of underground artists. And like we'll leave and I'll just leave it on playing all day and just keep repeating stuff. So now can I copy your music or you want to wait till you email it to me?
Yeah, go ahead. It's Loved It. Yeah, Loved It at midnight. The last one. Yeah.
So all these other songs are yours too?
Yeah.
All right. Is that a copy?
Can you see you? Teresa says hello, everybody. She says good morning.
What's up, Teresa?
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm gonna
So
just.
people can watch this live when they go to the website?
Yeah.
Okay.
I shared the link,
Okay.
and then when I go back on there later, I share it again, like under everything.
Okay.
So I go live on Facebook. I'll tag you in it when I him and his extra
So that should be on
stuff.
Facebook in order to watch it live?
No, they can go on Facebook or YouTube.
page.
We're on
YouTube
YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
And then if they want to just listen.
All right.
Sorry, y'all, this morning. Was here on time, but for some reason it wasn't on time, but we on time still, so.
Y'all, we be trying to accommodate. Make it right.
So you guys just started.
Just starting, brother.
Okay.
All right, so we can go here. Come right there.
Did you get water and
All right, this song that we're gonna be talking about, which one is it?
Loved It.
Not Love It Mix. Love It Mix.
No.
Oh, I see it over here. Here at the top. Oh, wait a minute, I should-
Loved It at midnight.
chain. How you bought me a drink, that told me everything about the girl you are, and made me really think. First I was about that ass, but now I wanna know everything about you, girl, and where this all can go. I enjoyed the walk and how we held hands and how we talked about all
You know
of
what
our
I mean?
plans.
TJ Soul, bro.
Up to your doorstep, I got the
Yeah, I should have left the mic in here so you could have stood up and blew naturally.
Oh,
And not be one of those studio singers, brother. You know, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, you know how some people go in that studio and sound good.
alright. Unfortunately, I'm not a rapper.
But you have me saying, you heard it here first on Beacon Radio.
Yes, sir.
Just like that. You heard it here on Beacon Radio.
Okay, so now here's the dilemma. The dilemma is as your guests arrive and they're gonna be late in 10 minutes and they're not here.
So what?
They're gonna be late in 10 minutes. He's the only one?
No, I have other guests.
I know, so they're gonna be late.
Yeah, they're gonna be following in, yeah.
It's gonna be a trick. There's no one man answer the door.
Oh, okay. Well, I
So-
told him to come upstairs.
Well, yeah, that's
Open?
if
It's
it's
locked,
unlocked.
yeah.
If they
shit.
park out front and walk, in the back and walk around the front, yeah. But
Okay,
if they come to the back door,
okay.
people may not open the back door.
So do I tell him to go through the front, park in the back and walk through the front?
If the back door is not unlocked,
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that would be-
Because this is gonna be live the whole time.
yep.
Okay, okay.
I mean, we'll have commercial breaks, but you know. All right. So you're gonna do loved it and time wasted, did you say?
No, midnight.
Midnight. Where's my midnight at? How come midnight
The
ain't?
bottom one, midnight.
Oh, okay, I know, see? I know what it is, don't worry. Okay, hold on. And this was the love mix, this is the mix one, right?
Now, can you send me the link?
No,
when
no,
you get- when you get a
that's
chance
another
so they can
song.
watch live?
Oh, love mix,
Make love, that's another song.
okay. Yeah, see, you know, I'm not a music person, man, don't trip. That way, okay, there we go. And so, which ones are we gonna talk about again? Loved it and
midnight.
midnight. All right, so let's go to this one.
So we can do the second artist. You wanna do the caller? To call in or what?
Who's ever's gonna come, you know.
Live? Oh, first? Well, if someone's not here, we can do Sincere, right? The artist? Okay, well, no one's here now. I got the next artist coming at 12,
Okay, so it'll be him,
then Sincere.
and then Sincere, and then,
So what time do you want me to tell him to call in or just, or I just text him,
text him when we start.
when we start here? Okay.
Did you cancel that phone call? The call in person?
I haven't heard from him.
She hasn't called. Cool. Oh, cool.
And then too, they can always tune in on BeaconRadio.com and listen to it.
Listen and watch it, well?
They can
But it's
listen,
just audio,
Audio.
but it's
Okay.
live.
Okay.
but only on YouTube. They go like YouTube, Beacon Radio, they tune
Yeah.
right in. No, actually, y'all live right now.
Okay.
Beacon on YouTube.
I did not know that.
We live, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm live over there. The camera's right there in front of you guys.
We love everywhere.
But you got phones, as you can hear, this microphone, they pick up everything, so
Right.
don't even poop, pick it up.
Who
Man.
did that? I heard it. All right. Thank y'all for coming in.
Most definitely. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Yes. Thank you.
Come on, Phil.
Like 2-4. Yeah.
I felt like I had a point to prove. I was like, I was going to try to book everybody.
Huh?
I said I felt like I had a point to prove, so I was trying to book everybody.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because I was given an opportunity, so I was trying to prove prove a point. You know how something is offered to you, you just try to just go beyond. Like, I'm capable of doing that. You know?
Beyond the Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, that's how it should be all the time, right?
So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
that's what I need to sleep sometime. And then I can't forget about you. I've been rocking with you since man.
I know, huh?
Day ones, right?
Man.
How long? What was the first?
You've been doing this for what?
Over
Your
10
promotions?
years. Yeah, 15 years.
Exactly. Like we went to school together.
Right. Yeah, since high school.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, wait, and he's still doing it too.
For real, yeah.
And then when do you sleep?
Man, that's a good question.
Shoot.
That's a great question.
So, yeah,
Take naps,
Right?
Take naps.
My naps are, I ain't had a nap in a long time. Maybe that's what them 4 hours are. Those are my naps. I didn't went to sleep.
Yeah, you gotta go sleep soon though.
I need that about 13 hours.
Right.
Swear to God, I do.
Right.
Get all of that. Man.
Yeah.
So you guys okay?
We're good. This is my first interview of the year and my first opportunity to bring some artists, you know what I mean? So it's always good to come out and besides the stage and do some extra promo and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's always nice to start helping and just reaching out to people that is about the hustle and grind and that is serious about the craft.
Exactly.
Because people be out here playing around.
They
and
be
stuff.
playing.
That's why I think when I just came out the woodworks, people was like,
Huh?
what? That's what you do that? You do this? We don't know you as that. I was like, yeah, I know.
Little do you
It's like
know.
that sometimes, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta keep the good stuff hidden
Mm-hmm.
and then just put it out there. He's always breaking stuff. Don't you hear me always talk about that? I'm always saying he always breaking something.
Yeah, I don't want them to sound far away. So, you don't give a good interview and they sound like they sit in the background. I want them to sound good.
Just have them to yell.
I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to certain things, so y'all have to forgive.
I'm talking, man, we appreciate all this. You know what I mean? Seriously. I don't mind being the guinea pig,
Y'all
man.
didn't want no ho-hos and yum-yums and stuff? I mean, that's why they there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Some yum-yums and
Crafty.
and stuff. So all I'm gonna do is eat them.
What is that, a shirt?
Huh?
Is that a shirt?
I don't know which one this one is.
Sounds perfect.
Hey y'all, got in tuned in. We got us a couple of artists that's up in the building for that interview. Whoop to the whoop to the whoop whoop. So, whomsoever is tuned in, I just want you guys to know this is our first official interview on Beacon Radio. From the crowd in the background. I call him O. If you guys can see him, I'm gonna get that mic out your guys' face. Cause y'all ain't gonna see me Facebook. I'm gonna let y'all see everybody else today. We have O and TJ Soul over there.
Come out and promote your show.
Hello.
Definitely.
And then Dr. Feel Good over there breaking stuff as always. So bear with us. We was on time. We ain't on time, but we on time. If you get what I'm saying though.
It's an iPhone.
Just so happened we were setting up and
No, I have the charger,
my
but-
brain is dysfunctional this morning a little bit because I didn't get off of work until too late and worked a very, very long lesson. So bear with us, guys. But yes, it's worth the wait. Have some people in. So YouTube, I'll show you guys them in a minute. You guys just look at all of this beauty, okay?
Working man, working man.
All right. Where we at?
Got Patrick that said, hey, gang from Weed, California. Well, hello. Good morning. Thank you for all that have tuned in with us this early, maybe late AM. We have some special guests here for you guys.
One more time, so I'll make sure I'm in the runnings. We're going to go Love It and Midnight Love.
No, Loved It and Midnight.
Loved It and Midnight.
Yeah.
Right here, this one.
No, so what's the Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi?
Oh, I have no idea. I think it's on.
See not the big one, but the little one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We want to say good morning to everybody. You're on the early morning Beacon Radio. You're live with the Stirred Up Morning Show. We have some phenomenal guests here. We have an actor and an artist, and we're going to allow them to introduce themselves. But before we get to that, we hope that everyone had a wonderful, wonderful night and everyone slept well. You're wide awake and you're ready for this lovely day. So here to my left, those of you that cannot see me, but to my left, there is two lovely brothers. I would like for them to introduce themselves.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Tony Abekwe, and I'm an actor and an event producer. It's a pleasure to be here at Beacon Radio.
Hey, how you doing, Zach? Good morning. We're waking up with us on Beacon Radio. My name is TJ Soul, and I'm an upcoming artist. Bring the new wave. Hope you guys enjoy.
Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Yes. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
This is actually my first morning show. You know, all my other shows have been like in the evening and stuff like that. So my first morning show of the year, and I'm excited.
Thank you for waking up with us.
Yes,
Thank you
absolutely.
for coming in and stirring it up, brother, because that's what it's about, stirring it up with something wonderful. So before we get into what you got going on, tell us a little bit about you so our audience will know who you are and what you do.
Okay, I'm Nigerian. My parents are from Nigeria. I was born here. I went to high school, Manual Arts in Crenshaw High School. I earned a basketball scholarship to Oklahoma State.
Nice.
I finished up at Long Beach State with a sociology degree, and I got signed as a free agent to the San Francisco 49ers off the basketball court. I'm also a former pro basketball player. I played basketball in 7 countries overseas. I'm retired now, so what I do now currently is that I'm an actor. I've been in a lot of projects, a lot of movies with a lot of stars you guys may know and see on TV every day. And what I also do is I'm an event producer. I provide opportunities for comedians and musicians to perform live on stage. I've been doing this for actually over 15 years, and it's always a pleasure to bring talent like TJ Soul, to showcase his stuff, you know what I mean? He's a great, dope singer, so that's a little bit about me. The list is longer, but yeah, it's just a little bit.
Okay, so you say you used to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Man, I think that's awesome. You know, as a kid, I played at Dorsey. I went to Dorsey, so we were
Ah.
rivals.
Wow.
I went to Crenshaw, right? So look at that.
Right,
2020.
Yeah.
Now, for me, my life took a detour because instead of me sticking with the sports, I ended up going into the street life. But now,
Wow.
let me ask you this question. How did you avoid, because Crenshaw, Dorsey, same school, you know,
Yeah.
how did you avoid the traps of the streets? Because there's a lot of young people out there that just fall right into the trap.
Well, I was a basketball
Ain't that
player,
the truth?
and I was 6'6", and
You was or you is?
Yeah, I
Right,
am 6'6".
right.
I am
And did
6'6".
you get
So-
short or taller?
No, I'm still 6'6". But I would say my stature, and not only that, I come from good parents. You know what I'm saying? I come from education, so the focus was instilled at a young age. So, and plus I was trying to earn a scholarship, so there was no time to fall left or right. You know what I mean? So that's what pretty much kept me focused is, you know, having goals, even at a young age, realizing that my goal was to earn a scholarship, and I did. So, and yeah, and plus, you know, I wasn't trying to get in trouble at home. You know what I mean? So a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and yeah, just being a good person overall. You know, that kept me going. And you know, a lot of people gravitated towards me because of, you know, my personality, who I am. I'm a people person. Like I said, my major is sociology, so yeah, I survived. I made it through. I made it through.
Cause it can be rough out there.
It
for
could
us.
be rough. It could be rough. And, you
Use
know,
what you got, or just end up losing it to the streets.
definitely.
So
And I have seen some things, you know what I mean, but you know, I was fortunate to, you know, stay on track.
That is a
Here I am
blessing.
now.
That is a blessing.
So if you had to give a young kid that's standing before you who is single parent home, you know, 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot in school, want to do right. So if you had to give that kid some advice, what would you suggest to them?
Set some goals, you know. That's the number one thing. Because even me at my age, I didn't realize that till later on in life. Even though I had a goal to get a scholarship and stuff like that, you still have to continue to set goals. You know what I mean?
Right.
So set short-term goals. Try to look ahead. Try to plan ahead. You know, if I would have knew that, I probably wouldn't even be here. But I'm here now, and I'm happy to be here. And it's funny you say that because I am a mentor to a lot of youth
Awesome.
in the community. And I actually just came from Nigeria this past holiday, and I was able to mentor some kids. And you know, my mom has a foundation, so she had a medical mission, so we were able to treat some people for, you know, diabetes, and had doctors out there to, you know, treat them and provide some medicines for these less fortunate people. So
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, man, yeah, just setting goals and staying focused would be my advice to the youth.
Okay. And so you're currently now you're acting and you
Yes.
are, what is the word that you use? You promote.
Yeah, promote, produce.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
And
Okay,
so,
definitely
which leads me to the next question. This handsome gentleman right here, TJ Soul.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? A little bit about me. I'm a high school student that was a band geek. Rose out of there, Cabrillo High School in Long Beach. I'm considered, I guess, one of the Long Beach finest musicians so far. Shout out to Long Beach. I can't follow up with that story. That's a great story. I'm actually a member of the NAACP.
Okay.
Former member,
Nice.
yeah.
Right.
You know, I did a 50-state competition and won 3rd place in all of them, playing saxophone. So that's another musician side of me. I'm actually a string
Wow.
musician ever since, you know, I can remember. It's been a family heritage. Been playing in my dad's mariachi band, you know, been doing Spanish music for so long until somebody gave me an idea, why don't you try doing English? And that's where that kicked off, and TJ Soul was born.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
He over here looking like pictures
So
too.
so now you know, as the word is that, you know, black folks have soul, right?
Mhm.
So when you say TJ Soul, brother, when we get into this music,
You're gonna feel a lot of it.
We gonna
man,
feel
that's
it.
what I'm talking about. I can feel that because you're not just representing the
Right.
brown, you represent the people of color, brother. So
Oh, yeah.
that soul got to illuminate, you know. So we gonna definitely get into some of your music in a minute. But tell me what your aspirations are and where you're trying to head to.
So far right now, I've been trying to do the whole mastering in fusion. Now, I was a band geek, did concert, marching, jazz band. So that jazz is my strong, which means I play saxophone. So I've been trying to master hip hop and jazz, trying to create a little infusion. And some of the artists are my influences as Frank Sinatra, Michael Jackson, and Sade. So a little bit of that turns out to, you know, creating TJ Soul type of style. So, you know, hopefully with me trying to master it, you know, more along the ways I'm creating a new type of wave.
Nice. We need something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good. I can't wait to look. I'm all like, ooh, I can't wait to hear this music now.
Well, you know,
Got me all amped.
Oh, he puts on.
so how long have you? I mean, I know you said you started out early, but how long or when did you recognize your skill set in the music arena?
I would say since I was 5 years old.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Since a little toddler.
I just saw a little commercial with a 8-year-old drummer.
Uh-huh.
Not a commercial, but it was on Facebook. This kid was phenomenal. So when I think of kids like 5, we start our youth program at the age of 5.
Uh-huh.
You know, because young people are so impressionable. So at that age, and I know you're gonna tell me your dad, because I know it's got to be him.
Oh yeah.
But who was your inspiration, and who did you look up to as, you know, people that you felt like were great musicians?
This takes back as far as I can remember, like some Spanish influences as Jose. My name is Jose, so he's one of a big, we can say a big treasure in the Spanish music, and his music has always been concert type, you know, ballads, smooth ballads. But yes, as well, my father, you know, he was a big influence to teach me as far as disciplining in music. He wouldn't, you know, spank me when I would act up, you know, or turn out, you know, a child, but he did have me go practice for hours and hours on the piano. So my, you know, for my discipline wasn't, you know, just spanking.
Work them fingers.
Yeah, work them fingers, and
Right.
it turned into hours learning the structure of music, learning the keys, the major chords, and everything about music theory that turned out to be the man who I am now.
Because you need somebody to influence you. You got to have somebody to push you.
Yeah.
Push you to a point to make you want to do it, but not push you to a point where you don't want to do it.
Oh no, and it was towards the point where I didn't do it. I said,
Oh, dang.
I hated the piano. I don't want to be a musician. I want to go outside and play, you know, with my slingshot, or, you know, play with my BB guns. I don't know, you know, I didn't want to see an instrument in my life no more.
Had you with Joe Jackson on your hands.
Oh
Get
yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Piano, boy. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad you decided to stick to it, and you're growing from it, and you learned, and you are doing what you're doing now. That is a blessing.
That is a blessing.
And so that's gonna lead us to get into this next joint by TJ Soul. Loved It. That's the one we working with. So ladies and gentlemen, here is Loved It by TJ Soul. just tuned in, if you would like to talk to Mr. TJ Soul, handsome brother, I'm
Soul.
sure they're gonna wanna know if you're single or not. So,
Right, after that
you know,
song.
we ain't gonna even get into that. I'm not gonna put him on the spot
Right,
right now,
after
you know.
that song.
But after that song there, there's no way you cannot wanna talk to Mr. TJ Soul. And if you would like to call in, the number is area code 424-312-3313. And I know some of y'all get a little bit slow with the phone calls, but let's get in here and let's talk to Mr. Soul over here because
Right.
I'm telling you, loved it.
I know y'all loved it. 'cause
Somebody
I
gonna
loved
make some
it.
babies off that there.
Right.
Might be me. No, I'm just kidding. But
he ain't kidding, no.
so yeah, if you would like to talk to Mr. TJ Soul, if you have any questions, and even if you would like to maybe perform with him or something, because we do have a lot of
Right.
musicians on our pages, give us a call. The number again is 424-212-3313. Now let me ask you this question, brother. When you wrote that song,
What you thinking?
what was you thinking of? Who was she? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Talk to
Who
me.
was you loving on?
Well, that story actually came up on, or it's a true story. It's
Really?
actually a true story, yeah.
Wow.
That's the story of me and my wife, actually.
Mm.
Oh,
He dropped the
Oh,
bomb.
wait,
He said,
wait.
me and my wife.
sorry,
Boom.
y'all. Right.
Too bad.
I gotta look out for mine. I gotta look out for
He's like,
Man.
wait a minute. No, you ain't about to get me caught up.
Right, okay.
And it's like more of a Romeo and Juliet type of scenario.
Okay.
You know,
Okay,
she came
awesome.
from that high-end living. She was living in a house. I was living in an apartment.
Mm.
So, you know, it was two different family backgrounds. We were middle class. They were higher up in class.
Right.
You know, we're families from Tijuana, Mexico. So it's Baja
Okay.
California, you know.
Oh,
You're
okay.
right underneath Cali, you know. So,
Right.
you know, we have a home out there. We got family out there. Shout out to the family out there in Tijuana. So she's from the ethnicity of Salvadoran. Just two different races, not Mexican. They confuse her with being Mexican, but she's Salvadoran,
Right.
repping the Salvadoran ethnicity. So I took her down there one day, and she had recently gone through a breakup. You know, so we were kind of meeting each other, dating each other, and I wrote the song and based off, you know, us going out there to Tijuana. You know, I didn't have that much cash on me. She told me, "Don't worry, baby, I got it."
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, she
Oh.
loved the whole fact and like, yeah, I mean, the cities out there, it's a bit less of economical value, but you know, you can live off of $20 and what you can here.
Right.
Out there, you know, pesos is different,
Right.
different value. So we were just, you know, going out, balling out, and we had so much fun with a little bit of money that we didn't have to spend, and it went based off, you know, I showed her instead of what here you would have to, you know, show off a fancy car, a fancy living, that type of glitz and glams out there. I was showing her poor neighborhoods. I was showing her taco stands, not no $5 restaurants, nothing like that.
They like, we gotta get these
Yes,
street tacos.
Yes, and that's just the purity and the nobleness and humbleness she fell in love with. So that's where that came along. I loved it.
That is beautiful.
Well, you know, man, amazing, brother, and that you are married and doing what you're doing, and for anybody in any industry, that support is critical.
It is.
When you out there doing it on your own, you have no time for no one. You just focus. But when you have a helpmate or someone that's in your life that supports you, it takes a lot of stress off you. So I know
It
you
does.
have to
Right.
feel
It does.
some, you know, tension released from that. You know?
It is. It comes along, you know, with the journey. I had a married before I was gonna commit to this whole, you know, music career. Reason why, because
Right.
any little flaws and little thing that falls in between the cracks is don't read in between the lines. You're my only one. I'm
Right.
dedicated to you. This hard struggle is going to all work out.
It's gonna
Yeah.
pay off.
And that's
Absolutely.
good that she's riding with you through this because it's a hard business. So for her to just be there and riding it out with you, all right, wifey.
Oh yeah,
That's
shout out to
what's up.
Mrs. Soul.
Mrs.
Oh,
Soul.
right, Mrs.
Soul. So is your last name actually Soul?
No.
Okay.
He
all
like,
right,
no, that's the
okay.
he like, I'm just
Yeah.
finishing the business. I'm gonna keep that, all right.
I'm just trying to make
Mrs.
sure.
Soul.
Okay. So again, that is TJ Soul, and I just see his music booming. I mean, like
It is.
as I've been getting underground artist music in, my favorite. I'm a rap man, rap oldies and some R&B.
Oh yeah.
But
That's the
now this, I don't even know what. Okay, what is it called? Genre or what genre, whatever it's
Yeah.
called, that your music would fit in because it's not
He's-
soul,
he's
it's not
R-
R&B.
yeah.
It's a mix of like R&B
Yeah.
and
It's
soul.
R&B and soul.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm doing my infusion, trying to
Yeah.
master it, hip hop and jazz. So it just really falls everything.
Yeah,
under
it's
there.
like
Okay.
It falls even
Okay.
it falls even under trap because it's just the little beats and the little hi-hat sizzles with it. It just
Right.
it falls under all of that category. But yes, it's R&B and soul.
yeah.
Well, I am definitely like a fan, brother. Like, yeah, I might be playing your song so much you have to charge me because I'm
Right. Like I was telling him, it's like you have a feel like that Jeremiah feel.
Okay.
You know, it's different.
I-
It's
yeah.
that real like, oh yeah, make you want to get into
Are you
it.
performing this Sunday?
Yeah, I'm actually
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually live at page 71
Yeah.
now.
I'll be
I
there,
was
don't
just
worry.
there.
Oh,
I
it
was
was.
there a couple of weeks ago.
How you
Page
like it?
71.
Is it nice?
It was, you know what? It's if it's the one that I'm thinking of,
In
It's,
Studio
uh,
City.
yeah, and it's kind of small with a patio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe they set it up different the stage.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
people
don't,
start
yeah, we
performing.
don't.
So,
it's gonna be totally different.
You know what? I think Beacon Radio needs to be in the house over there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely.
I
When
don't
is
know
it, this
why not.
Saturday?
I'm gonna be there
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, I
It's
think,
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all come on with Beacon Radio. We're going to, what is it called? Page 71?
Lounge.
Okay, and it's on Ventura, is it? What street is it on?
Ventura Boulevard, yeah.
Yeah, it's on Ventura in
Ventura
Studio
Boulevard.
City.
Studio
Yes.
City.
Yeah. Let's go down
I'll
there.
share
Let's
the
support this,
information with
brother.
you guys.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Beacon Radio would definitely be in the house, man. We gonna come
Love
and
to
support
have
you,
you, love to
brother.
have you.
Come and support you.
Right.
So I want to play one of the songs that's not he's gonna really speak on, but it's called "Time Wasted."
Oh,
But
Oh, he's like, oh, man.
before we get into that, is there something you want to talk about this? Because time wasted is like, you know,
Not a lot of chance.
time wasted, I would consider it as single father anthem.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a little downfall I had in my life with my former mother of my children. So,
Okay.
Oh, this sounds like
Okay.
something Overdose can
Yeah,
relate to
overdose
right
of the
now.
artist as well. So we're gonna get into this. And the reason why I want to play this song, because I want to play the music that you gave us, because we highlighting you, brother. So we're not gonna even while you here, we're not gonna play nobody else music. Okay.
Right.
So we're gonna make this right where it feel good. This is called Time Wasted, ladies and gentlemen.
No, we can't be friends. Stop wasting my time. You played with my mind. No, we can't be friends. Even though you played them fools.
I say you can relate to this song Overdose.
Telling me the kid is mine, but we don't
What
look
I'm
the
gonna say.
same.
I said, what you say about
My
Overdose?
friends are telling me, look in the mirror, see clearer. No, we can't be
I'm about to find
friends.
out what
How can you
O's doing
make
over there.
a
We
love
gonna like, who you over
song
there
when your
doing?
home is filled with lies and the
Next artist,
one you thought you loved was loving
Okay, she in the building already?
Huh?
She in the building already?
Keep the
No,
baby.
I think
So what I'll do is, because I don't have no cameras really on me, so I'll, if they come to the back door, just tell them to text me and I'll go get them.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
we
Okay,
can't
perfect.
be friends. Stop wasting my time. You play with my mind. No, we can't be friends. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This chick try to get me, telling me I'm the father.
Yeah.
Just to stay with me. I tell her no. She's saying she can't prove it. This child's from another guy. I told her
Who's
to
that
do
trying to get in the door?
it. Oh
That's
no.
what Joe White says, and I'm glad they took the time out to
I
come
need
out.
some help now.
I just need to learn how to switch the times, because
My
I just
girl is
don't at all.
telling me.
Also, the reason why I wear the blue block
baby.
because we're trying to get a shade.
I will concede.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you
so.
wearing it?
Oh,
You wearing it right now?
Yeah.
The shade? Oh, the company.
I need
No, I'm
to
saying we're
know.
trying to get a shade.
Oh, so you're gonna present to them like
Yeah,
that.
so I'm always wearing different shades.
Got you.
Alright.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
we
get that.
can't be
What's
friends.
up, man?
Stop wasting my time.
Oh, I know which one you
Play
are.
with my
How
No, we can't be
What's up, man?
friends. Stop wasting my
you have Hannah's music, right?
We can be friends.
So we'll put them on second. Yeah. The artists are here, we'll put them on. And then we'll do Sincere Lives.
Okay.
Now y'all heard it first, right here on Beacon Radio. That was TJ Soul, Time Wasted. Overdose, I was saying that you probably would appreciate this music being a musician yourself.
Yes.
So we do have another guest in the house.
Yes, we
Another
do.
field, actually.
Yes, we
Two
do.
fields makes the thrill even better. So now I'm gonna get into getting his music, and I'm gonna let you do the communicating.
That
And
sounds
I'm
good
gonna
to
step
me.
down.
So,
Yes.
what's your next project you're working on?
My next project I'm working on is Spotlight Sundays, which is actually this Sunday.
Okay.
Everybody can come out and check some hot talent out. We got comedians and musicians this Sunday. I also got a couple gigs booked. I'll be on set tomorrow as a private investigator.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for what? For some.
Hey, like one of those.
I
things
just got it
do.
this morning,
Oh, that's awesome.
so I always love being on set. And then I have a red carpet event that I'll be attending later on today.
I didn't get no invite.
Actually,
I got a dress.
you actually are invited. I have some tickets. But a lot of actors, directors, and producers from Nigeria's film industry, which is called Nollywood,
Okay.
Nollywood to Hollywood. So a lot of them are coming out here, and these are actors as well. So I'm just, that's where I should be.
Right.
So I'll be doing the red carpet and mingling, and I'm saying, just putting myself out there. I'm just not doing Hollywood stuff. I'm doing stuff worldwide. So that's a little bit about me and my next projects.
Okay. So y'all heard that, right? Y'all make sure you give the followers
Yeah.
young handlers
Okay.
so they can follow you. Maybe come out to your events. or-
Definitely. First and foremost, you can hashtag Spotlight Sundays, and you can hashtag Sunset Wednesdays to see how our events are. A lot of flyers and a lot of videos will come up from our previous events. Artists and comedians can always contact me via cell at 424-240-1953. We do about 3-4 shows a month, and like I said, our next show will be this Sunday. And you can follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, at Impresario ENT. That's IMPRESARIOENT. You can follow us, and we'll definitely reply back. Like I said, we're an outlet to a lot of these underground talent, and we take pride in with these guys coming out. All the talent that will be on the show with you guys will also be performing this Sunday. So I like to, show them extra love and provide other outlets with them. So shout out to y'all for allowing me to have these platforms for guys like TJ Soul.
Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it very much. The support is real. You gotta give support to get support. So if you ain't giving the support, you ain't get the support. So I hate to say it,
True.
but that is excellent. You guys got the information. If you don't, I will make sure that I will share it on the link so you guys can have it for later. If you haven't caught it, go on Beacon Radio. We have. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I call him O.
Oh yeah, only your back way. Yes.
On back way, and we have.
Mr. TJ Soul.
Yes.
So we have a fabulous NFL former player that has great history behind him, actor and producer, and we have a very wonderful soul singer in the building. So, what have been your highlights out of your career since you have been doing this for the
Artist.
length of time you've been doing it?
What are my highlights for the event producing?
Just out of everything you've done
Everything
within
I've
the
done?
industry, that like the highlights, like that.
The highlight would be seeing an artist like TJ Soul or Hanan on TV doing big stuff 3-4 years later. You know what I'm saying? I can give you a prime example. Ab-Soul. You guys know Ab-Soul, TDE.
Right.
He came in, performed regular like these guys, and a year or two later, he signed a big deal with Top Dog Entertainment.
Nice.
And now he's a featured artist all over the world, you know what I mean? And there's several other instances like that, but I would say stuff like that makes me feel good, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's all about providing opportunities and you know, when they reach back, it's always even a blessing. You know what I mean? So yeah, we all need to, you know, give a helping hand. You know, I need a helping hand as well.
Right.
So
And he's been doing this for a long time. I have been
Definitely.
supporting him. Before I got into this, I was one of the girls in the background on the dance floor.
oh yeah. Yeah, I've actually been doing events since high school.
Yes, so I've been, yes, I used to party with this man a
Yeah,
lot. So to
yeah.
see his growth it's a blessing. It's
Appreciate that.
good to see people not giving up on what they want or those dreams they have in their mind.
Right, exactly.
'Cause people give up every day, so
Yeah, they give up. But you know what's so cool, to piggyback on what you just said, like, a lot of people live vicariously through me. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people can't do things that I do. So there's always room for me. And when I win, it's like they win.
right.
You know, so those people and that feeling right there, that's why I do it for you, you know, because a lot of people don't have the resources
Right.
or the spirit or
The
the drive
confidence,
or the
exactly.
confidence. So I'm always shedding light, and you know, I have a lot of followers and a lot of supporters worldwide. Shout out to all y'all that's tuning in.
Yes, as Dr. Feelgood would say, shining light in a dark space.
Right.
So and that is always a blessing because people can look at your life and like, you know, and enjoy what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
although they can't do it. You know, like, oh my God, they went to Hawaii. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, that is so. They can take that memory with them, although they wasn't there, but they can envision that. So
Yeah.
that is a blessing.
Yeah.
So for you, Mr. TJ, so we got a caller, you guys. So I have to come back to my question. Hello, Carla. Thank you for calling. State your name and where you're calling from.
Overdose the Great, Eastside South Central. What's that?
Hey, Overdose.
What's going on, Nasha B, baby?
What's
PPG,
going
what's
on?
going on, family?
How you doing, brother? As always, we appreciate you calling in, brother. How your day going?
Cool, man. I'm just cutting out on the job site, man. Getting paid on the clock, man. You know, disappeared on the real brief.
Well, thank you.
So you got any?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? You good?
Yeah, man. You know this nigga, right? What it do?
What's up, man?
Look
Oh
at
my
that.
God, that's the homie. What's up?
What's up, family? Oh, my God. What's happening?
I'm out here, bro. How you been, man? That's crazy.
Man, I've been staying afloat like the love boat. I ain't making no noise. You did?
That's what's up, man. It's good hearing from you, man. What's up?
Yeah, bro. I want to say congratulations to you because you know I've been watching Ballers. I saw you on Ballers, you know, in your little clips and stuff. I've been seeing your little acting tip, man. You on your spot. Just keep it up.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. It's y'all that push me, man. It's y'all that push me, man. So I really appreciate your support, bro. For real.
Come on, fam, man. You already know, man. We come from the mud, man. So anytime we can get out this situation and make a positive way, I support all that.
That's right, bro. That's right, bro. You gotta come out one of these days, man, to an event.
Yeah, man. I'll come hang out with y'all, man. And DJ Soul, man. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. You doing some nice singing music, man. You stay at that, bro.
Oh, appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love, always, 100.
Yeah, man. You know, like they said, it's gonna be somebody dare back into your songs.
Man, for sure, bro. Hey, man, thanks for calling, bro.
Go ahead, man.
Say that again.
I was asking what's next on the agenda for the new year, for the summer.
Man, more shows, more opportunities, more sets, man. I'm trying to be in the next Black Panther, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Who that guy? Who that guy?
Yeah, I'm trying to be that dude. You know what I mean? But nah, man, it's just working, man. Just creating, man. And staying in the gym, man. Staying in the gym and staying fit, man. That's important.
What about you, DJ Soul, man? Like, where should we get your music at?
You can find all my music on available platforms on Google Play, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. Just to type in TJ Soul Life Anthem, and that's the album.
Right. Y'all heard that, right?
Man. What's up, man? Yeah, man. I like to see people, you know what I mean, being creative and being an entrepreneur, because that's what I'm about. You know, being an entrepreneur and promoting themselves. You got to bet on yourself before you bet on anybody else.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
All right. Overdose, brother. We gonna let you rock. We're gonna finish this show here, and man, you know I love you, brother. And I don't even know you, man. I just appreciate the way you support.
Love, man.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I want you to keep that job.
For sure,
DJ
bro.
Fuck got to, man. You know, ain't nobody else gonna pay these bills.
Man, for real.
DJ, one love, keep up the good work, Master B. And
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Y'all stay safe, stay dangerous.
All right, brother, have a good one.
One love. That's crazy.
Hello, caller. State your name and what city you represent. You're on the air at Beacon Radio.
Martha, is this it?
Hello, Martha.
Hello, how you doing, Martha?
Good, thank you.
You got a question for us? You know, talk to us.
Oh, no. I was just calling in to a question for the gentleman, I believe his TJ Soap.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, TJ. She talking to you.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. What was the question, Lily?
Hello?
Yes, what's your question?
Hi, well, he had mentioned that he was going to be performing this weekend, and I didn't really quite catch that, so I just want to know, will you be performing that?
Where you performing at?
Okay.
Oh, I'll be performing at the Page 71 Lounge in Studio City. Catch
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank
catch
you.
me live. I'm gonna be
Okay,
doing my
so
album
people
release
can,
there.
bringing people in.
Yeah, I think there's a cover chart at the door, but yeah, I mean, bring friends and family. I mean, it's music without any bad language in it. It's love making music, as I can say, and it's a new wave people love.
Okay.
And caller? Caller, are you there?
Martha.
Yeah, sorry, just at my work, so I can't.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well, we're gonna let you go. I just want to thank you for calling in. I appreciate it, taking that moment out. Now get back to work now, because I need you to make some money.
Okay, all right. I'll see you this weekend.
All right,
Right.
lovely.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That's what
Oh, well, look at that. TJ over here
got
getting the
some fans,
fan
bruh.
base calling
Man,
in.
I love the fact that folks is calling in.
They like, hold on. TJ,
This
look
is-
at
this
you
is
over there
odd.
got people already making babies in their heads.
You know, so yeah, so now I'm assuming based on the music that I've heard, you have a nice fan base, right?
It's creating so far. It's expanding from 0 to 100 real quick.
Okay,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Just picked up
That
one or
part.
two more, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
definitely one of them, you know. How does that make you feel? Well, let me back up. Have you experienced like being out in public and someone said, "Oh, I know you. I follow you on Instagram or from Facebook, or I heard your music," and
I not so much as through the English music side, but Spanish music, yes.
Okay.
I actually got recorded, and somehow a whole state of Mexico knew me, which is Zacatecas, and I didn't know they knew me out there. But as far as one quinceañera video got recorded, wingspan around the whole city and
Wow.
all state, and it's like, yo, the guy that plays the saxophone in this this band, and like they send people to see me, they tell me I came from this way long to come and see you perform. It's
wow.
like, that's a blessing.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So now I am terrible with names. See, TJ is so easy to remember. Say your name for me again, brother.
My name is Oni Abekwe.
And I heard Overdose call you O.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
So I'm
that's what
gonna
I
call
call
you
you.
Big O.
Yeah,
That's what
That way I will
Oh.
not forget.
definitely.
Yeah, that's out.
So now you said you want to be on the next Black Panther.
Absolutely.
Tell me the path that you're taking
Okay.
to make that a reality.
Wakanda
Well,
forever.
a lot of the extra motivation is that I went to an audition to be that one guy, what's his name? I forget his name.
Jasper Bolu.
Yeah, the big guy. I went on audition to be his double in this movie that he just dropped.
Okay.
And Jordan Peele was one of the decision makers, and he was in the room.
Oh wow. Oh,
I wasn't picked.
what?
They did not pick me. Can you imagine that?
Because you
It's
have a
cool,
brother
though.
coming.
Right.
But it's
Right.
cool. But so I looked at myself and I was like, okay, what could I do differently? So since then, I've lost 50 pounds. I've shredded up. I've taken acting classes. I've been on 15 to 20 different sets.
Okay.
I'm working on my reel, different roles besides just sports. I'm gonna package it in the next month, ship it to a big agent, and get on.
Nice, right.
You know what I mean?
As you should.
And besides that, I'm just gonna hit these red carpets and mingle, and you know what I mean? Just do what I
Network.
network and do what I gotta do to get where I gotta get. Because there's no right or wrong way to be successful. You know what I mean?
Right. It's what I say to the young people. There's only one option, and that is to be successful.
Right.
There's only one option, and that's to succeed. You're gonna have many choices, and you're gonna have 1,000 decisions to make. But
Right.
the number one option, because if we give ourselves 2 or 3 options, we're gonna bounce around.
Right.
The only option is to succeed. So I just encourage you to continue on to go forth, and
Definitely.
I like that, and your energy is really strong and positive, brother. And I look forward to you being on there instead of saying Anaconda, you saying Beacon Radio.
Yeah, Beacon Radio. Hey, yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
so
absolutely,
you know,
man.
but definitely want to encourage you to continue forward, and we're going to get into this next song, and this next song is called Midnight.
Midnight.
This song is called Midnight, and this is by TJ Soul, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go into this.
What happened?
What time?
Can I get up?
If you need to.
Okay. Hey, where you at?
So,
All right, come get you. Come to the back.
Okay. So we do this song, and I'm you know, you
You
got
gotta
more
come to
questions
the back,
for me?
bro. You gotta come to the parking lot in the back.
To the rear of the building.
TJ Soul 7.
well, pretty much, Overdose answered. I was gonna ask him what I was saying, then what's the next part show. Overdose first, I was like, she always asks the damn question before I get to it.
That's why you got to speak up. You see him, don't just tap me. Shut up.
He know what he doing.
No, I just be talking.
He know what he doing. Before he not even giving me a chance. You see me like, go ahead. He like, yeah, so what? Yeah, yeah.
He's supposed to chime in on me. This is our 3rd week, so we learning each other.
Okay.
So,
Hand signals and hand
I
gestures.
just
That's all
gotta,
it is.
Yeah, that's
I
why
just
I'm
gotta
like,
cut him
This
off.
means this. This means
I just
that.
gotta
You
jump
know,
in.
yeah. you know, so man, I'm really liking this music, man. Love it, man.
Oh,
Yeah, there's really no good. Yeah.
There's coffee over there as well. You need coffee or tea, it's right there.
All right.
Right there, you just gotta put it in the Keurig, you know, cups is right there.
So this one is actually a cheating song.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this one would be good to talk about.
okay, no, we're gonna talk about it, then we're gonna talk about it. And after you finish, I would love for you to give us a shout out to TJ Soul, you know, on Beacon Radio, the Stirred Up Morning Show. And so when we play your music,
Oh yeah,
they'll
definitely.
hear you
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
So,
get a little tune into
Yeah.
radio.
yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate it. So you're gonna be performing this girls that coming up this week.
Oh, yeah, April 13th, I'm shooting for this one's video. April 13th, Victor May, I'm doing a lowrider today. For Lowrider Magazine. Original mics in Santa Ana. Yeah, I got a whole.
Yeah, like all that stuff, man, we don't be hearing that, folks. So if you send it to us, man, we'll go over there and TJ Soul coming up next, you know what I'm saying? We'll do that, man. So, yeah. I just gotta have me a pen so I can write some stuff down. But like, yeah, like, whatever you got going, whatever you got performing, you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, great. Give a shout out, right?
yeah, this is Dr. Feel Good on Beacon Radio, the Stirred Up Morning Show. I want to give a shout out to my boy TJ Soul. He come with more soul than most color folks, man. Stay tuned, 'cause he hot.
Next Black Panther.
Let's get it.
got water. It's A1 generic practice. I mean,
So just make sure we keep that door closed. We're just gonna pick up everything. Once they go back on. It's crazy. I've been looking at Facebook and I just see it be like 10 minutes, 10 seconds, 15 seconds behind us. You just told me to give a shout out. He just did it.
Oh, did it?
Move slow. That's crazy.
I
I guess that's Facebook way of saying so we can
like
shut
take
you
care of
down
all
and do
of
something like.
Right? Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So that there was TJ Soul, Midnight. Now, as we was off the air, the brother was telling me a little something about what that song represented. Now, what did that song represent?
Well, that whole song right there is actually about infidelity, about cheating. The whole
Okay.
song is based off, yeah.
We had a topic on cheating.
Oh wow. So now, I have to get into this, and let me see how I'm gonna ask this question because Mr. Soul might be listening. Now, was that inspired by someone else?
Actually, she was the inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so-
All right. I just want to be for sure because sometimes people write them songs and we got a rule on here, no snitching.
Oh, go ahead, no snitching.
No snitching. So.
No, yeah, the song is actually based on what kind of scenarios happen. What do you do? The whole, you have to keep it on the low. You have to make sure you don't bump into your other. Scenarios that really catch somebody's attention. And it's actually this type of song is to let other people know, you know what, everybody goes through this. This is another thing in life that happened, that exists. It's an actual true story. And yeah, basically, I'm trying to bring out story topics, that I can tell that people can relate to. Always can relate to music, always.
That's good. You got a story in your music,
Yeah.
not just art. And a lot of people do not have that. They just
It's
talk
repetitive.
about whatever.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, so that is nice. So,
Well, brother, I want to definitely thank you for coming on the show, and so I have to ask this question: what is the best internet radio show?
Beacon Radio.
Thank you,
heard
brother.
your
Thank you, brother.
advice.
Give us that shout out one more time.
Always tune in to Beacon Radio. This is where your brother TJ Soul's music is always playing. Some of the smoothest jams.
He getting there before you blow up, bro.
Yeah. 'Cause once you blow up, by the time you blow up, we gonna blow up and we
Right.
gonna invite you
Heard
back,
your
brother.
advice
So,
on
Oh,
Beacon
yeah.
Radio.
Day ones. That's all it is about.
That's
Day
that's what
ones.
it is.
Yeah, that's
Right.
good,
That's what
man.
it
Make
is.
sure y'all come see him on Sunday. TJ Soul live headliner. He'll be one of my headliners for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
And
Drop,
so
drop
can-
the address for everybody that is listening, that is tuned in, so they can have the address.
Okay, definitely. I would love to do that.
Cause we gonna be down there, y'all. So
Oh yeah,
y'all
Beacon
should
Radio
come
will
down
definitely
there.
be in the house.
Most definitely. Definitely. This Sunday, Spotlight Sundays at the studio 71, page 71 Lounge. Page
Okay.
71 Lounge. And the address is, waiting for this thing to load up. It's our first event. It's our first event here. So we want to make a really, really, really good impression. But the address is in Studio City on Ventura, 11916 Ventura Boulevard. Once again, it's 11916 Ventura Boulevard, Studio City, California, 91604. Page 71 Lounge and Spotlight Sundays, all right? Spotlight Sundays.
So you make sure you guys got that information. If not, I will go ahead and tag in all that information for you guys. So don't worry about it. So we are glad that you guys have come on the show today, shared a little piece of your history with us, and letting us know who you are, letting us into your world for a second here on Beacon Radio. TJ, so you about to have some people out there getting in trouble. You are about to have people in trouble.
Oh, no.
So
And
we
so-
appreciate it.
and
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna cut you off. You ain't talking no more, no.
That's all right. I'm all good. It's all love. But I just want Mr. Soul to definitely tell us, because he has more performances coming. And so those that you can remember, can you just let them know over the air and then get that to us so we can air it, so people can show up and support you, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I'm gonna be performing this Sunday at page 71 Lounge. As Onye said, be there or be square. Make sure you tune in with us, or actually and show support. I'm also gonna be doing a Lowrider event at Original Mics in Santa Ana, the Cinco de Mayo Lowrider event. So make sure you guys go and give us support. I'll be selling my merchandise. Catch a shirt, catch some socks, a keychain, represent soul. You already know.
Oh, I'm gonna come so I can catch a cold.
Oh, that's what the player is saying. So this next song, I just want to get into. I want you guys to enjoy this here. This is How Close Am I?
Okay, go for the next one.
Jesse, brother, if you can email me your upcoming shows, when we do our loop, man, we just have that here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, brother. So, man, you welcome to come back anytime. You know, promote the shows, brother. I like
Mr.
that
Big
purple.
Shoes, right? Mr. Big Shoes came over here and came down, drip.
You know,
No, I'm sorry, let me change that. I don't drip, I melt. Water. All right, y'all.
now, I spell mine Fiddle with 2 L's. Man, you're the only Phil I've ever met that do that. When I go place, I want people to remember me. I say Phil with 2 L's. Phil with 2 L's? How you doing, brother? Ahmed. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are, did you sing?
I'm a comedian. I am not.
Okay.
Nah, I'm not any talent. I just tell jokes.
That's the talent.
I just tell jokes. I'm just slinging jokes.
Come on, brother.
Let me get one more. I'm gonna put on my
I need your Instagram. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram.
Yep. We gotta create a list so we can get all our folks and we can follow them and send all our supporters.
Music.
This way. Okay, bro. Me, I like mine this way, so when you put them up on Facebook, there's no black side.
As soon as I touched it, I pushed that.
No, sure. This is our next artist. He's having a problem with his music.
I got the email.
You got it on the email?
Man, appreciate it, brother. Yes.
Send it to her
Anytime.
email. Send it to my email again. Send it to her email.
Why she can't put up my email? Cause
Are you good with
I don't
that?
even know why it's not showing.
Let me just make sure I erased it out of there. Let me just put this.
Can you play it off the phone?
What?
We might be able to, I'm not for sure.
Where's your information? You're on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm
proper.
gonna follow you guys. I'm giving it to him like I don't know him. He's like, what?
So we have Hanan and we have the comic next? Or you wanna do, yeah. And then we have another artist. Comedian's right here, brother.
So,
No.
what's your Instagram?
At
He
TJ
went to the
Soul 7?
restroom.
Okay.
So we'll just play 2 songs.
All right, I'm gonna send you a request.
Okay, bro.
Speaking radio, brother.
So we'll just,
Yeah,
we'll just
you know what? I'm gonna get the 2 artists out at the same time. You're comedian, so it's
Yeah.
different. So
Alright, cool.
yeah.
I don't got
Okay,
that.
so,
Just-
So this artist right here, can you play it off his phone?
I don't know if we can do it like that.
we might be able to do that.
Oh, you can just do that.
I would like for the email to make it simpler.
Bring your folks out, bro. Oh, yeah, definitely. I know they're coming. Yeah, you gonna, a lot of people will come to you after what you just did.
Right? That's right. I'm gonna follow you. And I'm gonna tag you and all your information on my everything. So, you know, that way everybody
How you doing, brother?
Black Al Bundy, man.
Al Bundy, Black Al Bundy.
Yeah, Black Al Bundy.
Gotcha.
It's me, no
No, my music is on my phone.
Can't email it.
I don't know why I can't email this shit, man. I just did this shit. Email it to who?
Beacon Radio.
Okay, let's see, go right here, forward. Put your email in.
So you go, I'm gonna send you a DM. Yeah, I just started following you, the right person this time.
Alright. Alright, man.
Take
TJ,
care.
be safe, bro. See you Sunday.
Sunday.
No, we can be friends. Stop wasting my
What's up,
time.
man?
Play with my mind. No, we can be friends.
come on out, Al Bundy. I'm about to call
whoever's going next, I'll go ahead.
Oh, let's do it.
Right there. I'm gonna let me just mess with this music a little bit.
When your home is play loud, and the one you thought you loved.
When you have to sit right there next to her?
Move your butt.
Oh, you want to sit over there?
You move your butt.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then the artist. Okay, cool. Perfect.
Look at he's like, what is going on?
So you want to sit over here?
Stop wasting my time.
So as far as Sincere, we'll do the phone call or artist after the set. Okay.
No, we can be friends. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This chick try to get me.
Oh, Mr. Al. Al.
No.
So, help yourself. You can help yourself to some munching punches. Really?
Brother, we got this just for y'all.
Don't come in here being black. Not taking stuff.
Tell me, sing this song. My girl is telling me, let's keep this baby.
Oh, nah, brother. So now, let me see.
I need you now.
This artist name is Hanan.
You're the girl in my life.
Oh, I transferred.
No, we can be friends. Stop wasting my time. Play with my mind. No, we can be friends. Stop wasting my time. Play with my mind.
Let me see. What's the name of it? I ain't playing.
No, we can be friends.
Next.
Yeah, I've been getting some muffins, getting some water, enjoying myself.
As you should.
Yeah.
If you love me, I'ma love you back. If you love me, let me love you back.
How do you send it?
If you love me, I'ma love you back. You want to give me, you know where it's at. Give it to me, I'll give it right back.
I'm just a parent.
I know you like that. If you love me, let me love you back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that can push up for my
Oh, that's her? Oh, she's dope. All right.
Just be straight.
Is that it?
Right.
You see me and I see you. Let me focus on you. Put it on your toe and make it feel on your heartstrings. Say something like a rocket
That's your song?
steady.
That was making a ringing noise? That's yours. Okay.
If you love me, let me
How many songs did you send us?
if you love me, I'ma love you back. You want the feeling, you know where it's at.
There's no camera right
Is
there.
it flagged up?
There's no camera right there.
No.
I know you like it. Love me, I'ma love you back.
Now I got that. Oh, you can say it.
Love you back.
What's she saying?
Tell me to let me see it all through my step.
Is there a mic?
It is what it's on.
To get my name, I got you loving it. That's good.
Check your email.
Going back to email, I thought I shit came over already.
Almost got it. Climb to the tip top, lose control.
Yeah, no, I seen them, but I'm just trying to see
Get this
why it ain't down low.
put it on your soul, and you can feel on your heartstrings. Seems so good.
Okay.
Oh, baby, if you love me, I'ma love you back. If you love me, let me love you back. If you love me, I'ma love you back. You want the feeling, you know where it's at. Give it to me, I'll give it right back. Really in me, I know you like that. I'ma love you back. If you love me, let me love you back.
Penny.
Are we having technical difficulties?
Okay.
Are we having difficulties?
I'm just trying to get to his stuff, but we'll be good in a minute. This is your music right here, right, Hannah?
Ahmed?
I'm the background.
Yeah, I know, I seen it.
Ahmed.
Yeah.
You right?
Yeah.
Hannah music, yeah.
Cleared my mouth, I untied my eyes, the lies were wrapped around. It's uncommon conversation elevates to something greater to the shit that we need. Fucking pussy money, but we need to be released from the media. We see faded every single day.
What if it was on SoundCloud? You couldn't do it.
Who's fucking with me? You need to be woke.
I have to look up my past because we can play what is that trying to call that?
I'm not trying to live this like the end of it.
This is a 10 though. This ain't got another thing.
It don't have this kind of vibe in the chart.
Yeah, it got
Okay, we're fine then. I can play it through okay, who is nobody's instrument? This is all what you sent me today. One is called Tyler.
Okay, well, I don't know the song off that.
Let me see.
I just got the email, so I can add the song.
Flag Up Master, right?
I'm the keeper of my mind and it's not for ring. My fail safe redesign when the weed is lit. I can't quit when I'm ahead. Yeah, I'm further than I've ever been. It's hard out in Hollywood, the land of pretend. I wanna taste the like toasting to some great times, but not if I'm a compromise the morals within. Myself pressing and questioning all my blessings. Yeah, the thoughts will never rest. Invested in every message, investigated my own and understood by few. Until the day I fall on God, I stay true. Allah to Him, Yahweh, all the rage and the
Okay, wait, I want to get the people used to this here. I know it's not that it's open up, we don't play hits from the phone. This is what it looks like. When I print it up and I pull it up, it comes up like this.
So it's him and it's Hannah.
Okay, so we are starting this Hannah music, right? I know y'all Hannah. Where's, I mean, I'm looking for all the Hannah music.
It's only one.
Only
That's
one?
all I have in my email. Yeah, that's all I was saying.
I sent you two.
Send another one.
Send it to
Send
us,
it right to Beacon.
Beacon Radio.
That there was Hannon, and it is called Wake Up. We have Hannon here in the studio,
Wake up.
and he's going to get into his music and what inspired him to become a musician.
But before you do that, where are you from and what inspired you to do your music?
I'm from Austin, Texas, actually.
Okay, Texas, I got family out there.
I guess inspirationally, here, hold on.
It's like I can do this.
I guess, I don't know. I used to like to sing whenever I was younger. I was in choir and stuff like that. And then as I started getting older, I was always like, oh man, it'd be cool to be, it'd be cool to be Usher. It'd be cool to, be, out there dancing, being famous. And anyway, you can't really stay on that all the time. At least I thought whenever I was a little bit younger,
Right.
So I stopped doing that. Went through a bunch of crazy stuff and started getting back into it. Started doing music again and feeling, basically writing poetry really is how I started getting more into it.
Nice, getting back to those inner sides and feelings and stuff.
Sadly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually like that. So what inspired you to write Wake Up?
Pretty much just like a lot like what TJ Soul, where we were talking about repetitive songs, just us nowadays, just how we live, and especially moving out here to LA, it's just a open your eyes type of stuff,
Right.
like one of the things is like it's hard out in Hollywood, the land of pretend. Because, this is Tinseltown, everything you see is fake, all the way down to the trees that were brought here from, Florida.
Right.
Every single palm tree that's here is not from California, so it's like everything's fake here. So you got to kind of wake up and realize who you are, understand why you're here, what motivates you, and what inspires you to keep doing what you're doing. Whether it's music or just going to whatever job you have,
Right. Well, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to what he just said behind that song. I was kind of deep. I kind of just got lost into what he said, like, oh God, yeah, because it's like that at times. So I actually like that song. If you guys want to call in, the station number is 424-312-3313. We have Hannon here, wonderful artist out from Texas. I'm glad that you came down here today to Beacon Radio with myself, Nasha B, and Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, thanks for having me down here.
So now, I just heard that song, and as I was listening to it, you said there's a lot going on in the beginning. So, unlike most people, I'm one of those people, I just love a beat. I love a beat, and I was vibing off your beat. Now, the parts in the beginning, tell me what in your mind made you go that route? Because usually, I know like Drake, he would, music for 35, 45 seconds before anybody said a word. But yours is a little bit different. It came in with some words and talking, So what were you thinking when you decided to do that, which is different,
Well, at first it was, I was like, I wanted it to. There's a scene in one of the skits that's on there, because in the beginning it's a few different shows, a few different things that happen. The first thing that happens is like in 1950s, 40s, like old school, basically the beginning of Tinseltown, the beginning of Hollywood. And the next thing is a gospel person, someone, angelical people, so the ones that are on TV that are like, give me your money, blah blah blah. He's like. When they give me 1,000, that's how I know I got you into faith. Right. And so it's like I'm just the things that the media gives us, the things that people portray so much. I want to just kind of express it as much as I could. The next one was Friends, where it's like, and no one told you life was gonna be this way. Exactly. and then it cuts over again, to a bunch of news anchors, all saying the same thing about social media. Saying the same thing, but they were all literally saying verbatim, pretty much. Just that's the reason why I want to do it, because I feel like it portrayed good with the song, very well with the song. Kind of just to open your eyes on how everything can be manipulated and can be fake, and just stay true, stay open, with your eyes open, stay woke, as much as you can. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people are so asleep. Fake media, fake news, fake TV.
Pretty much.
Okay, we're gonna get into this next song by T. Rose. It's called A 4-Page Letter. That's not his song, but I just want to make sure, because Flagged Up. Whose song is that?
That is Sincere.
Okay. All right.
And what is it?
Yeah, that's why I needed time to get your song. That's why I want to put somebody else's song.
Put Sincere on. Can we knock Sincere out?
Well, no, I mean, it's kind of like we interviewing him, and then we jump to Sincere, and then we jump back. So it's kind of
okay, so we'll knock him out.
If you're not in a rush.
No, he ain't in a rush.
I just want to make sure I get your stuff right.
It's a nigga get on since you think you can do better. Great, had that bitch make your play. Marry your ocean of mistakes. I was riding right beside you like no matter what the people say. Anthony Hamilton, but it soon starts to fade away. My race came, my quarter, she different. The righteous, he was like a how many times do you have to go through it before time is up in your whole life and they do it? Stupid decision that you were choosing.
Hopefully, yours is coming in as attachment 1 MP3.
Close my eyes so I can see.
So I ended up deleting it, so it's actually copy plays on.
I'm better love, but that was the scene. All them promises he made with no key. Cause in the voice of explanatory. Actions always had you wait, speaking so lightly. Okay, letter, now it in a love letter. Glad you were broke, letter, now it in a love letter. My heart keep on pushing, my brain said my brain in different directions.
Oh, no, I'm gonna try something else.
Now it in a love letter. Glad you were broke, letter, now it in a love letter. Ready for growth, now and in a letter. My heart keep on pushing, my brain on Thinking from a bitch, you can't be way better. Matter of fact, without you in the back, I stack more cheddar. I remember when you was locked up in November, about 8 racks cash. I was with you since spitting on you like I sold ass makes sense. Been a rider.
Yeah. Oh yeah? That's what's up.
Did some shit for her out. That's a chick from my mama pull up and she found her ride. Really cashed it on the phone like I don't know no motherfucking Flores. What's your son? You should roll with my 2-1 and make that shit quick.
Okay.
Exploded like fireworks. Oh my God, spasm.
I was on a diet call yesterday, people. His wife is married to Marcus Houston's brother. So they come and get me
Trying to get it on. It's not the same song. It's the same song. Give me the same song. Wake up.
This can't be love, it's just reckless and useless. Letter. Rather you a
Your file is in a zip file, huh? You can, it should let you unzip it. It should be a export or something. If not, there's actually an app you can download to unzip those files.
Well, I asked him to give me permission. He said yes.
No, I'm talking on his phone. If he, trying to send it out and that's happening, you gotta unzip the file.
Why y'all just can't plug it just,
Well, that's what we gonna do, brother.
No, I'm not saying that we can't do it. I'm just letting you know for future reference.
Yeah, I got it. I just we just spread
But see, the reason why we like for people to send us their music, to keep it simple, is because we'll play our music and live it all day.
Yeah.
And so therefore your music get played all day.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why we prefer it being an email. That way we can do it, and our people that's tuning in, they'll hear your music, and you know, they may call and say, who is that artist? You know what I'm saying? So that was T Rose, Fort Page Love Letter. So we're gonna get back to Mr. Hannon here, and as you were saying, you were
Yeah, I wanted to go on a West Coast tour. I used to live in Seattle, and so I kind of wanted to hit every kind of major city, going from like here to Oakland, San Francisco, Sacramento, then Portland, and then Seattle. Basically, I wanted to go there for 2 days. First day I show up, already have it planned out, going to different foster agencies in every single one of the cities. Everyone that we're going with, you know, go and talk to the kids, you know, try to make them feel, you know, a little bit more comfortable about life, you know, try to help them, you know, realize the situation that they're in. I was in foster care majority of my life, and so that's why I kind of wanted to do that. And then, you know, that day, basically talk to them. That night, go on the street and busk, and basically just kind of street perform, you know, try to get people to go to the show. Tomorrow we got a show, tomorrow we got a show.
Right.
Next night, go to the show, hopefully people come, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, do that all the way up, all the way back down.
Okay, so in between the time while you are trying to get that together, what's your next project that you are working on?
Honestly, right now, besides, I was trying to write music for other people, trying to, you know, I like writing poetry, honestly, so I really love writing songs, writing music, so I have a whole bunch that I write, not necessarily just for myself. But I was kind of, I've been doing my own music and stuff like that, so that I don't, you know, I don't have to stretch too far, you know, I can also profit from and perform, you know, so.
That's what
Wait
is
till you really
always
play. It's not a charge. It's just
a
gonna
great
play
way
it.
to network and stuff. So,
100%.
where can everybody find your music at or
SoundCloud.
follow you?
That's it. Yeah, it's
So
not
what's
too
your
hard.
what's your SoundCloud?
It's Hanen Music. Yeah, HANEN MUS.
So for all you guys that is listening and tuned in on our live and on the airwaves, we have Hannon. So you can find his music on SoundCloud at Hannon. He is working on trying to get a tour done for himself. He just plays some of his hot music. And I hope you heard it, especially that Wake Up one, because it woke me up. I love when artists come in here with some good stuff. So, if anybody have questions, want to shout out or just say, hey, the telephone number is 424-312-3313. So go ahead, the lines are open. So Hannah, are you doing any shows coming up anytime soon?
I believe so. I think I'm not really too sure, to tell you the truth. I've been so focused on working. You know, I'm like just real life stuff. You know,
Right.
like for real. Yeah, I'm transitioning. I'm moving from one place to another. I just got a new job, and I also do production assistance on the side.
Oh, look, you just over there busy.
You have to be. You know, they say successful people have 7 ways of income. You know, no matter however you can do it, just try to get money.
Right, smack it down.
Exactly.
Right.
You know?
That is.
At this particular time, Dr. Feelgood's trying to make sure I got the right person with the right
That's the right
music,
song, for sure.
and this is definitely the right song. And the title of this song is
It's called Gone Off That.
Gone Off That.
Gone Off That.
Gone Off
Yeah.
That.
I originally called it Molly, because it's about Molly, you know,
Molly?
Yeah, you know.
You have some stories with the Somalis?
Yes, far too many. So much that I decided to make a song dedicated specifically to her. But you know, how, you know, like I said, I try to write stuff that at least will help inspire people, even though I go through the certain things that I do go through, you know, you think you love it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I kind of, you know, it's something that, you know, you can take advantage of you really quickly and vice versa, so.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
The art of storytelling.
Yeah.
It's a powerful thing. So we're gonna go ahead and let this.
So we're gonna go ahead and tap into this song. This song is called Gone
Off That.
Gone Off That. So let's go into this.
So I wrote everything. That's like the big thing. This is one of the first songs that it's like, when you're hopping, then we can change it up. It's not just me, but I was like, cool.
Why do I lie and say that she is my friend? Why do I lie and say that she is my friend? I've been in this a minute, pretending I have no limit. But the truth is I'm dying, crying, but no one is listening. I can say that I'm finished and then I'm right back up in it. I can say I'm a victim and then just act like a witness. But this isn't the business of babysit little bitches. I'm the stitches for affliction and then your life's left the ditches. Isn't this a lie? Man, this shit just ain't right. I've been in this shit for weeks, just to feel it that night. It's alright, it's alright. I'll get some blues and just ride. Since I got up in the Uber cruising, but my mind is on a lunar plus my brain's on the ride. Shit, I thought that was super. Kinda realized that I've eaten too much shrooms and I'm stuck up on shroom. Crying, wishing I was on it for the lift.
I got about 20 wigs for no reason. He's sitting there like, which one do you want for this shit?
I wanna get high, I don't really wanna die. Still I snip the fine line.
I got one of those lights too.
Evil shit is going on in the back of my mind. I ride slow when I'm rolling tiptoe. The drug is the only thing that keeps a crazy focus on the notion that I'm coasting, throwing me in the open ocean, functioning all alone and hoping no one knows it. But when Molly wants me, I guess I would just fine. Not gonna lie, but I try to find it. Nighttime, see just go for like eyes like back, flash in the back. Like I see it's a tech flash, make my way on my relax. She slapped my jazz, so I started laughing. Flash to see the reality, this reality is just average. So I'm popping rolls, ain't stopping those, I'm developing me a bad habit.
I've been stretching it every day. I work out every day. Yeah, I should have. Well, because now it's 25 and I need it. Yeah, I know. Watch. I'll be 30 and then my life is over. Anyway.
So what you trying to say? Right, like, what are you trying to say?
I'm just kidding. Did I mention I was a comic? No, but So I've been like, no, I've been getting better. I started yoga. I've been doing yoga twice a week now, and I'm stretching the far lately. Yoga's the best. It's me. I love my class too.
You heard it live right here on Beacon Radio. Yeah, I'm one of those people that started smoking at 42 and started drinking at 42, and it's only 8 years later. So when you say going up that, I'm kind of lost. So,
He's like, I don't know, I just started.
but that there was from my man Hannon. And tell us a little bit about that song. What was the inspiration behind it?
Molly. I mean, it's sad to say, I guess, abusing drugs in a sense, not being smart, that's pretty much it, I saw a lot of friends, do some stupid shit. So. Oh no, you're good, man.
I'm just saying,
I like the way that sounded right
there. That was it. Snippet, and he went there. Woo! So yes,
I don't need my phone no more.
we gonna get to him shortly, ladies and gentlemen. But so now Molly's. I had a lot of things about Molly's. I went to one club one day, right? And my buddies was drinking, and now that I do drink a little bit, I was some Ciroc, right? So as I picked up the bottle to pour me some, my buddy slapped my glass out of my hand. So, of course I get upset, what are you doing? He's like, look at the bottom of the bottle. When I look at the bottom of the bottle, I see the stuff in the bottom of the bottle, right? So he's like, yeah, man, they own some, don't. And so all the dudes that was part of our group, he's like, look at them on the dance floor. They all got their shirts off dancing with each other. So I was like, I knew Molly was my friend, So that was my experience with Molly, so.
People, places, and things, man.
Right?
That's all I can say.
Yeah, so, but now.
That's that Molly water.
So now you can only be found on
SoundCloud. Yeah,
on
I don't
SoundCloud.
really have everything, put into place at the moment, or at least distribution-wise.
Okay.
But, hope I can get that going pretty soon.
Okay, well we're gonna make sure we have his handle and that you guys, he also be played right here on Beacon Radio on a Stirred Up Morning Show. And so we definitely want to thank you. His name is also Phil, and we're gonna put that DR in front of him. Now you got two Dr. Phil.
Right,
I'm the Dr. Phil good. He's the Dr. Phil.
All day.
So I want to thank you for coming in, but
Thanks for having me.
I would just like to ask you, what is your favorite internet radio show? Trick question.
Oh, dear God, that's not a trick question. Beacon Radio.
Man, you heard it live right here, man. Man, I love it. I was throwing a trick question, trying to stumble him up, but he only appreciate you. And thank you for coming in. If there's anything you would like to say or add to.
No, just go, find some music. Doesn't even have to be my music. Go find some good music, listen to it, and get your head right.
Okay, like just in case any ladies out there is wondering, are you single or no? It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Very, very complicated.
He got a foot in the door and foot out, so y'all can probably throw a toe in.
Okay, so brother, we want to thank you,
Thank you.
we appreciate you for coming on,
Thanks
spending
for
some
having
time
me.
with us.
Honestly, I appreciate every minute, and it's a blessing.
And
Yes.
again, that is Hannon, and the song that you heard
Give a shout out
was
to O as well
Wake It
for
Up.
having me out here. Thank you very
Yep,
much.
for sure.
Yeah, seriously.
Make sure y'all catch him this Sunday. Hannon will be performing live at Spotlight Sunday.
So just asking him, he said he wasn't sure. He's like,
I mean, I should be. I wasn't sure.
Okay, so this Sunday, you guys, same event with TJ the Soul. So y'all make sure y'all come out.
Hell yeah.
Make sure y'all come out. And make sure you come back and visit us too as well.
definitely. So we expecting all y'all, when you make it famous, we expect y'all to come back and then y'all can just blow us off the chart, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then
Right.
we'll become famous and we'll get more and more people on. And so any of your music, anytime you perform it anywhere, brother, the door's open for you to
Yes.
come in and promote what you're doing.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, be back.
Thank you.
Came to support us, we're gonna support you.
And we're gonna jump right into this next track. My man was sitting over there patiently, and he heard a snippet of his song, so he might get up and do the two-step, the whatever it's gonna be.
I just took a step back for a minute, man, to get my mind right. You know how I go. Like he said, life problems.
Here, and you on the air, and the name of this joint we finna go ahead and smash.
I ain't playing, you know what I'm saying? I got my own studio. I just recorded this on my own little pre-production studio. You know what I'm saying? A long time coming. I'm tired of going to everybody else's studio and waiting, being on somebody's time. You know, I'm a beginner, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just learning this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm 6 to 8 months off, you know what I'm saying, so I can get this stuff together, get my mind right, because I'm trying to be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Just as well as an artist. And step my game up to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Basically.
So now, do you rent your studio out at all?
No, I don't rent it. I just personal and for my upcoming artists that I'm trying to sign, or even artists that's trying to work that don't have the opportunity to pay for studio time, you can come in my studio and do it for free. You know what I'm saying? Or just come up with some solution where we can come up with a business deal where if it do blow up, we can, you know what I'm saying, we can arrange it, we can both benefit off the situation. Because nowadays, you know, a lot of kids is not fortunate to have their own studio and have these equipment, or even if they can get their own equipment, it's not the top of the line equipment. You know what I'm saying? My little equipment is not the super duper 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 top of the line, but it's top of the line enough to be clear. I think so. You know, so I mean, this is one of my songs that you know, I'm just spitting, you know what I'm saying? And right now I'm in the zone to where I don't want to like try to be writing music like that. I'm coming off the head, punch in, punch out, or maybe a one take. So that's how I really discovered my talent. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I knew I had the talent, when I did that and then the song came out good, I said, I got something here. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I be falling off and life problems because I'm a little older. I got kids, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, and everything I talk about in my raps is basically real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a street cat, you know what I'm saying? I'm not stereotype as one person or in a group of people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be street to be with a group of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know?
That's what's up. So how long have you been doing your music?
I've been doing it basically since I was like a little kid, like maybe 12, 13 years old, you know what I'm saying? But I never really took it to the field until like I got older. Because basically I always used to battle, freestyle at high schools and all this other type of stuff. And I don't know, I was kind of scared at first to find my voice. My voice was like, I used to hear my voice and be like, man, that sound like me. And so I had to get used to my voice. So it took me a long time to get used to my voice. And then when I got used to my voice and I knew how to work the mic and play with the mic, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people was jealous or not or whatever, but I mean, I'm just like a stubborn cat, you know what I'm saying? I'm a loner, say to myself, you know what I'm saying? So it's just basically, I can't even hear myself in the headphones though. Basically like, it's just like, as I got older and I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna give me some money. I'm gonna save my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna time money. But it's just nothing like working at your own pace. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like creating your own feeling, your own style. And it's really not the partially of the beat making, it's the recording process. Learn how to record. I recommend everybody learn how to record yourself. You know what I'm saying? Start from A, then go to B. If you can get a beat from anybody, you know what I'm saying? But if you can get on there and learn how to record yourself and mix this stuff a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You can pay that man y'all can both work as a team and get out there and push the music. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But controlling the music is what problem I got with, because I'm a boss. Like I don't want nobody controlling my shit. You feel me? I ain't playing with people bullshit freestyle. You know, it ain't like I just wrote it down, sit down, and I think it came out pretty cool.
All right, we're gonna get into this track and we're gonna find out. We're gonna get into this track and we're gonna find out how cool it is. Here we go.
How do you say your name? Ahmed?
I had to play around, man. I'm playing it through Google somebody. So I have to keep playing around and try to figure out how to get it to play.
Yeah, cause I don't know, like, I'm just learning.
No, I'm right there with you, brother. That's why I was playing around trying to find it, find it, you know.
Your face, you a skits nigga. 3G black skills and the dollar figure. Demolish niggas, I'm about to put in work. Your faggot ass nigga, I'm about to whip your fucking shirt. You get murk. I'm coming from You bitch ass niggas keep working for the crumbs. You niggas bums. I'm a straight tycoon. I'm an all-around hustler and a certified goon. Get sweet off your feet with the broom. About to take your bitch ass to your doom. Boom. I'm on the mission, don't stop till it tick-tock. I'm on the block every day like Rick Rock. A dope fiend in the movie like I'm Chris Rock. A ghetto bitch in the hood with some flip-flops. Ain't nothing changed, still lost in the game. Still stuck in the past in that old ass range. Telling lies with your raggedy interior. Claiming that you're ballin' with no criteria. Selling rocks, I have to level up. Taking losses in the game, I switch the hustle up. 50 packs on the blade with the double up. Codeine in the Sprite in the double cup. Green eyes, slim waist with a bubble butt. Baby girl, you know you gotta suck me up. And I'ma listen to these hoes. Breaking bitches down on all 10 toes. Nigga, I ain't paying, I ain't paying. 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 Nigga, I ain't paying, I ain't paying.
That's the best stuff you ever did, bro. That song is better than all your other songs you ever did in your life. I'm sorry, but I'm letting you know.
Yeah,
Good. You
and I freestyle.
Bro.
I didn't write this shit
Bro,
down.
it sounds great, bro.
Right,
I'm telling you.
You feel me?
That's gross.
I mean, that's why I said I got something here, man. Like I said, I'm older, so life takes a toll on me a little harder than a youngster. You could take less out of time. You know what I'm saying? I gotta play with my kids. I gotta, my kids go to basketball. You wouldn't even believe it, man, how old I am.
Brother, I don't know what your age is.
I don't
but
even-
with all that black in your hair, brother, you look young to me. So, I ain't saying I'm 50 years old. I appreciate getting here because, there was gravity pulling me down and says you ain't gonna see 18, and to be 50, I appreciate it. But you do have something right there, brother. And it is hard, and I gotta agree with my man Big O. I can't say it's the hardest I ever heard because it's the only one I heard, but this is hard.
Yeah.
And we gonna get this technical support done so we can have this and we gonna play it live on Beacon Radio, brother.
Yeah.
So now you mentioned that for artists who can afford studio time that you'll be willing to work something out with them. Give them a handle where they can reach out to you.
Okay, well, you can reach me at therealblackalbundy@gmail.com. The real DAREALBLACKALBUNDY@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying?
The Real Black
Our
Bundy.
plan to win, PLAYIN2 WINENT@gmail.com. Plan to win entertainment.
And I make sure that I will link all of those handlers on our pages so you guys can have it for later, just in case you missed it.
Yeah.
If you want to call in
The Blackout Bundy.
and ask some questions, the telephone number is 424-312-3313. Yeah, he was in here rocking. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibe. Yeah, that was dope. So thank you for coming and sharing your gifts and everything. That's a blessing.
Thank you very much.
Especially all that you're doing and you're willing to help those. Like I keep saying, it got to give support to get support. And if you ain't giving the support, you ain't gonna get the support.
Yeah,
So-
because a lot of people don't have like the luxury but you got some kids, they ask for Christmas, I want a Mac computer, I want the mic, I want this for their parents. Some parents can afford these small items for them, but some people can't.
Exactly.
And then some people be sitting right up on your nose with this talent,
Right.
homie, and it takes he could be next Tupac, you don't even know it. But he could be,
Right,
but if you don't got the luxury and the time to bring that talent out, to bring that shit to the forefront, how he gonna ever know and discover it?
But
You know what I'm saying?
sometimes us as artists, it's hard for us to get where we want to get because there's always somebody trying to hold us back and won't allow us to do what we want to do. Like myself, I have to invest into my own studio. Like I went to Home Depot, bought lumber, built a sound room.
Yeah.
Like I'm not about to pay you $200 for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
what?
Exactly.
Like what happened to like a $25 an hour or something?
Yeah.
Like you trying to charge me an arm and a leg or some gas money or something I could give to my kids. So
Yes.
invest into yourself, and then you got people like you that I'll help you.
Yeah.
Like if I see you really hungry for it, I got you. Like,
Exactly.
I'm not about to give it to you and you're not trying to eat. Like, no,
Yeah.
but you coming over here to play.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's up. I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
the charge part is not that. And shout out to my boy Kenny McLeod, Black Hole Studio. You ever heard of Kenny McLeod? He used to be up in Hawthorne off of Hawthorne Boulevard back in the days. You remember
That name
the
sounds
Black Hole,
familiar.
the Black Hole Studio? Yeah, he mixed my my last mixtape, you know what I'm saying? You know, he charged me $100 an hour. And that's when I got a headache with the shit. And that's when I start slowing down. Like, then $100 an hour.
Cause you notice.
Yeah, I got the money.
5 and 6 hours.
Yeah, but I got the money, but the time, you gotta come
You gotta-
prepared. If you don't come prepared, and I was knocking these songs out an hour because I was always coming prepared because I'm like, I'm a type of person, I'm not gonna waste my money.
Right.
You feel me? I'm getting money, but I got money, but it's like, damn, I'm not gonna waste my money. So I said, I'm gonna just buy this shit myself.
Cause sometimes you just wanna come in the studio and sometimes just get your mind together instead of being rushed. And when you being rushed, it's like you're not getting everything that you want to put in that music. Now it's like, I'm not really feeling this because you back here rushing me instead of just letting me let me get in this zone real quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
I've been in that situation with my homeboy. Was in this make a long story short. I was in the studio with my homeboy, and we was both doing music on the same song. And I guess you be in competition a little bit. He knew my verse was a little bit better, but he rushing me in the studio. But we haven't got nothing but
Right.
like you feel
Relax.
Yeah. So I know what you're talking
So
about.
to avoid
that's
the hassles of a studio,
Yeah.
take the time out to create your own, invest in yourself.
Exactly.
I've never owned a studio, and I went to YouTube and I just started buying stuff, and I stopped at a computer store and said, man, I'm trying to hook up another monitor to my laptop. Do I need to buy a new one? What do I do? And they told me how to do it. I came in, plugged it in, boom. And so the best investment we can make is always in ourselves.
Exactly.
So I would like to say
Message of the day.
And again, I would like to thank you for coming on, and we got to get that together because you got to email that to me, brother, so I can get that and we can bang it on the air live.
Exactly.
And so we're gonna take this moment out. We're gonna go into a brief commercial, ladies and gentlemen, and we definitely thank you for tuning in. Do you have any shows coming up or any will you be performing anywhere?
Next show, Spotlight Sunday. You know what I'm saying? My boy Big O.
Yep,
Shout out to my boy
yep,
Big
yep.
O, man, for keeping the grind, keeping it steady.
Man.
And you know what I'm saying? And hard work, dedication, like I always tell him, man.
Yeah, for real.
We just gotta keep going, and keep going.
Facts.
And even if something get in our way, you gotta go around the obstacles and turn the corners, man. And we just gotta stop taking on other people's problems. Man, that's just what it is, man. That shit is woo.
Right.
Taking on other people's problems, man. That shit.
You heard it right here on Thinking Radio.
Hey, you stick around. Need a ride home.
Stick around. You need a ride home. I got some money to moves to make. My shit and my raps is real. Nigga, get out of here. Nigga, for real. I got
You about to leave?
About
to leave? All right. Well, he's next. All right, yeah, he's next.
I can come back. You need to holler though.
That's what I'm saying. You about to leave right now?
Not just right now.
You can't wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
I got 15 minutes.
We ain't gonna be here all day, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we have one more artist. He's gonna call in.
Okay. All right, cool.
Do you have his music?
I have one song.
Yes, two.
Get to it.
What's
the name of it?
My Instagram off like stalking me. All in my goddamn DM.
Run the name.
The sincere is Compromise.
Compromise, I got.
And
You got niggas from jail begging. Seriously, you hear me? From jail.
And that means it's just like that. They like, hey, I see you doing your time. Can you look out for it? Can you do this?
And you already looked out for them. They want more. I got time where I'm gonna pay off.
Man, I'm right there with you.
Hey, I just gave him 9,000 last month. 9,000.
I let him take my taxes.
I'm gonna give him another 9,000 on the first.
Are both songs Compromise and Flagged Up?
I got flagged up.
Okay. Perfect.
I just paid 9,000.
Oh, you took care of that?
Yeah. Next month I'm gonna give him another 9. That's 18. I'm gonna owe 7. Owe 25 racks.
You on your
So
way?
I'm gonna owe 7. Once I do that, I can start my business. I can't start no business without that shit on my head.
You're on your way, bro.
That shit's really like fucking over my shit.
I was gonna say you can. It will just take you a while to get, before you
I don't want to do it like that.
get it like legalized and all that. But I get what you're saying because you don't want to start it and they start giving it to yourself.
So you're a
Oh,
comedian.
I
I was like, man, everyone here talk about their feelings and like their hardship, and I was like, bro, I just want to tell jokes. I
You're
love it.
live on Beacon Radio. We are now here with a comedian. And this is the power of the hour where you get to laugh.
All right.
And, so can you introduce yourself to our people?
Hello, everybody. My name is Ahmed Al Qadri. You could say I'm doing an accountant. I was doing all the things my parents wanted me to do. I got good grades. I went to a good school. And I wasn't happy. And they were like, yo, you want to get married? I was like, nah, I'm trying to have a career in comedy. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, one person told me I was funny once. So
I was like, I'm gonna roll with that.
So I'm gonna roll with it. But yeah, I mean, I moved here about 6 months ago. I've been hitting the mics all over town. I've been hitting the J Spot, the Flappers. I host that Van Nuys Comedy Club. So you know, we out here. You know, so we're doing this radio show promoting on Beacon Radio. You know, it's good. So I mean, I was literally just telling you, like before I got here, how my back is hurting right now.
I was over here playing with his sore spot, giving fake massages and stuff.
It was a very fake massage. It was very, it was faker than the news happening right now. That's how bad those massages were. I was like, man, I am happy we are not in a relationship.
Right.
Because
You're like, you're fired.
yeah, I would be like, yo, mama, just find me a wife, because you're right, these girls out here are not doing well so far. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing some guys go to yoga class now. I'm in the back.
What is that, the up dog position?
Yeah, it's just me and a bunch of 80-year-old white women. It's pretty great, you know? After class, we like exchange photos of our grandchildren.
Right.
And then we get brunch and gossip, so it's cool. Like, I love yoga now.
That kind of sounds like a day after church.
Oh, is that how church
We
goes?
get to
Like
talk
that?
about it, like, did you see what she had on today?
Yeah.
Mary, did you? Oh my gosh, she gonna come with that hat on.
Oh,
no,
really?
Couldn't nobody see behind her.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see, I went to the mosque because, you know, Islam is the true religion and all that fun stuff. I'm just messing. But yeah, man, I really enjoy LA. I really like it. I mean, I feel like I'm still in the honeymoon phase of this city.
I don't know how I feel about it, do you?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it right now, but because like my car got broken into a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit.
He stole my joke book.
Like,
Can you believe that? Yeah, he stole my joke book. So
So
if
the
you
comedian was looking for you.
Yeah, so if you see a crackhead on stage talking about being a Yemeni Muslim, let me know. Those are my jokes.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, he also stole my sweatpants, my Puma sweatpants. I'm be honest, him stealing those sweatpants are more of a service he did for me. You know? I mean, when I wore it, I looked like a Eurotrash DJ with my brown hat. I'm like, bro, this is the best music I.
Poetry, grew up in a foster care system, went through a lot of homes, group homes, stuff like that. So it was rough. So I started writing poems, you know, as like a tool to vent, because you couldn't just say what you really wanted to say out loud back then. So I started out putting it on paper, and my poems, they started to get real long. The first poem I actually wrote was after 9/11. You know, I had so much pent up, and the poem was like 3 pages long. And so I broke it down, and I was like, man, I should just add a hook to this. I started remembering how my cousin used to write raps. So I started writing hooks and choruses and things like that. And mind you, back then, I didn't know how to structure a 16. I didn't know how to do none of that. I taught myself how to do that over time, listening to my favorite artists, writing down their lyrics, and be like, okay, so they say this is 16 bars, so let me write down their whole verse and see where the breaks are. And I kind of taught myself that way. I grew up listening to Nas, Tupac, Eminem, dudes like that, you know, because I'm in love with lyricists, you know what I mean? So it's kind of tough in today's age when that's kind of secondary. It's all about the beat and catchy hook, you know what I mean? And nobody really pays attention to the lyrics. Nowadays, I'm listening to J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake got some stuff, man. He's a little more on the pop side, but when he do want to rap, that boy can go. You know what I mean? So, I think you got to be careful who you listen to, especially as an artist, because they will influence your style.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of these artists sound exactly the same, because they only listening to each other. When you ask these dudes, you listen to Kendrick, what do you think about Cole? Listen. They hear it, but they're not listening. You know what I mean? It's a difference.
Right.
So, I listen. Tupac, what you needed when you needed it. He had every style wrapped up. If you was feeling down, he had a song that could lift you up. If you felt like you wanted to ride on somebody, he had hit him up. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But he also had I Get Around. He can make you dance too. So that's being able to cross over and mix it, but keeping the message there is important. And that's what J. Cole is learning to do. I think he's mastered it now at this point, but in the beginning of his career, he even talks about it. It was hard to make a single. He didn't want to compromise his style and his integrity and try to fit in. He wanted to stand out. You know what I mean? But they kept telling him, no, we need to hit. So he did Workout. And he said, at first, he didn't like the song at all. He didn't want to put it out, but it ended up being a smash. You know, and that's just how it works sometimes. You gotta, you know, kind of go with the wave, and that's what it is. So that's what I'm trying to learn to do now. Like when you listen to Flagged Up, it still has that up-tempo feel, something you can put in the whip, but the message is there. You know what I mean? If you listen to the lyrics, you understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
And the dopest thing about it is, I wasn't gonna say this. I wanted people to kind of figure it out on their own, but shit, we're on the radio. The entire album is gonna be with no curse words and no use of the N-word. And there's a few reasons why I'm doing that. Number one is when I would talk to people, I'd be like, yo, what's your favorite genre of music? I always lead with that.
Okay.
And it could be black, white, Mexican, whoever. I ask everybody, what's your favorite genre of music? Country, rock, EDM, or some people say, oh, I listen to a little bit of everything. But I say, who's your favorite rapper? And they're like, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really listen to rap too much.
Right.
And I know that's gonna be the answer. So I ask them, why? Why don't you listen to rap?
It ain't the
And I always
same
get
no more.
the same responses. Yeah, I get the same responses. It's like, either they say, there's no substance, there's nothing that, you know, really pulls me in, or they say it's too vulgar. You know what I mean? There's too much of this and that. I don't want to hear that. So I'm like, okay. So what I did with making this with no curse words and no use of the N-word, when you hear that song, that's not a radio edit. That's the song. It's ready to go.
Right.
You can play that in front of your grandma. You can play that in front of the kids. You can play it in front of anybody.
Right. And a lot of people, they
And
do
not have to
not
worry
make
about-
music like that no more. You know?
Yeah, like, and you don't have to worry about editing it. I've heard songs on the radio where it sounds like they bleeping every other word. And it's like, what's the point of playing it?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And it's kind of, it's dumb. It's like, and another reason is I would do shows, a lot of charity events and stuff like that. And you get to the venue fully prepared for your show. Like, okay, I got a 30-minute set. I'm going to do this song, this song, this song. And then they hit you last minute like, oh, and by the way, there's going to be kids in the audience. There's going to be parents and grandparents. So we can't have any cursing. Wait, what?
Right.
Now you got to try to censor yourself throughout your set, and that's tough.
Right.
You're going to stumble. Anything can happen. And me being a true lyricist and not really wanting to cheat, a lot of dudes, they'll just turn their song on and rap over their song. So you don't even know if you're hearing them or the track.
Right.
I just turn. We do what we call a show mix. You got the chorus or the hook, and you got your doubles or your ad libs and shit like that. But you don't really have the whole track there. You just rap into the beat. So if you mess it up, they don't know. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. But one is to challenge yourself and make yourself better, because it's gonna force you to focus. You know, if you just get up there and you're just doing a bunch of movements but the song is playing, I can listen to your song in my car. You know what I mean? I want to hear you.
Right.
Live, so let me hear you.
Right.
That's why every show I do, I always do acapellas, because then I can't depend on the beat to save me. You know what I mean? It's acapella. All you're gonna hear is me. If I'm whack, they gonna let me know.
Right.
knock on wood, it ain't happened yet.
Right.
But,
You know,
but that,
right, everybody works different, everybody have their own, you know, things that's comfortable with it. Yeah, I got all that music too, I can bang on my car like, yeah, I can listen to it on Beacon Radio, you wanna catch it again?
no.
So we are back, and it's your girl Nasha B. And I have Sincere on the phone, and that was Flag Up. I was feeling that joint right there, man.
This is,
You let the people
first
know.
on Beacon Radio.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said, you heard it here first on Beacon Radio. It's your boy Sincere.
Hey, now you heard that, you guys, right here on Beacon Radio. So we thank everybody who have tuned in today, called in, took the time, all our wonderful interviews that we had. Thank you, Sincere, for calling in and allowing us to spin your music right here on Beacon. We are looking forward to having you actually come down to the studio and live, letting everybody see your wonderful face. I got to see it. They didn't get to see your face. So we appreciate it. We appreciate all the calls, all the listeners, and everything more. You can catch us next Monday. We'll be back here at 9:00 a.m. Thank you, Sincere, very much for closing out our radio show here with Nasha B.
Dr. Feel Good.
Dr. Phil left me today, y'all. He left me. But he was over, he been in here working, he was in here rattling his brains, and I can tell. And I appreciate him very, very much. And that is our show for today. And thank you, everybody. We will catch you guys Monday.
Yeah, that.
Thank you, Sincere.
All right.
Did I play it? No.
That was a lot, but that, you know what, that was good. I'm glad I saw that, because I'm gonna get us a timer. As you said, we said 7 to 10. We did what we did. So listen, for those of you that's live on Facebook, if you tuned in, you got to check us out. You see Nasha B take over. I personally abandoned her so she can get all this engineering stuff together. So we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Some of you popped in, popped out. Our show went an hour over. Actually, we went about, hour over.
Yes, an hour over.
It is what it is, and that was the purpose of me buying my own radio station, so nobody could tell me I got to get out. So thank y'all again for tuning in to Beacon Radio. This is Dr. Phil Good.
And your girl Nasha B.
And Nasha B. So thank y'all for tuning in.